Hey there, brick builders. Welcome back to the channel. Mayor Brick here, and wow, it's been a minute since we had our last video. I'm gonna give you a quick update today. I'm gonna show you around the new studio. Gonna give you a look at our basement where I have all of my sets kind of waiting to be built, all my excess inventory. I'll show you kind of my sorting system. And I have the new Bricklink designer programs in hand. So we're gonna be building the new mushroom house. I also have the Brick Cross train station. I'm gonna wait to build that for now, but the mushroom house is just so cool and I can't wait to put that together. So we'll build that today. Thanks for your patience as we were getting everything squared away over the past couple months. As you know, we moved. We also found out that we are pregnant, and I had about a month of travel for work, so it's been a crazy couple months, but we're in the studio. I have the parts all set up. I have the sets in the basement ready to be built. We're gonna be back on some sort of normal cadence here going forward, maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 videos a week. I also wanna start doing maybe a weekly live stream where we do a live build. So first, I'll give you a tour around the studio, and then we'll get building the mushroom house. Okay, so as soon as you come in the door to the studio, first thing you see is this wraparound wall of Billy bookcases. Now these, of course, I got from IKEA, and the standard height of these goes to here, but you can buy these extenders. So I bought these top shelf extenders for all of them. I have 8-foot ceilings in this room, so I really wanted to maximize the space, and I think this is just a really nice backdrop. Of course, a lot of the LEGO YouTubers use these. But I thought this was a really nice way to display some sets in the background for where I'm going to be sitting and filming. They sell these corner units, but they're really not a corner unit. It's just like you kind of kitty corner one of the units themselves. So kind of offset the wider ones with the smaller ones to make it fit in the space I have. I didn't want to obviously overlap the window, and I had to leave space for the door to open. So I feel like this was a pretty good way to utilize the background space here and gives a pretty good amount of space to display sets. I have this kitchen island that I also got from IKEA, and this I thought was nice because I wanted a flat top that I could build on, but I wanted it a little bit raised. I didn't want like a standard desk, and I liked this one because on this side of it has 2 shelves. You can see this counting scale that I have here that I'm just using for storage for now. But if I have projects that I'm working on and I need to finish for the day but haven't quite finished the build, I can use that as a temporary holding space of sorts. And I like the butcher block top on it. I like that it's white on the sides and goes with the rest of the vibe in here. And then I liked on this side it was open, so you could have a stool or some sort of seating, and that's exactly what I did here. Is I bought a rolling stool with armrests. And so this is where I'll do most of my builds. This is kind of the direction I'll be facing. So of course I had to have a big TV, which I've mounted on the wall. And then you can see, obviously I have all of my parts sorted and ready to go. Now on the base of my sorting system, oops, I have the IKEA, I think these are the Alex drawer units. They have 2 sizes of them. They have a smaller filing cabinet size and a bigger one, and I of course got the bigger ones here. I wanted the smaller ones, but they didn't have them in stock when I was at the store, so I just went with the larger ones, bit the bullet. And I kept them on wheels because although this is the layout I like right now for the room, it could change down the road. And if it does, I want to have the ability to easily move it without having to empty all of the drawers. Because as you can see, they are filled and organized, and it would be a pain to have to unload all of those. Then above the Alex drawer units, I have the Sterilite 3 drawer units. And I've had these for a while, so I just wanted to maintain using the same system I've had. And inside these, I have those clear sorting bins from Amazon that I think are really nice. They fit nicely, especially when you have, a ton of these smaller ones, or you have, multiple sizes you need. They fit really nicely in here, and it is a nice way to keep your drawers organized. On top of these, I have some just basic white, I think these are excess boards from the Billy bookcases shelves that were unused. I put them here so I could also use this for display space. Of course, the only set I have built right now is this beautiful mock. I actually got this when I was down in Orlando, Florida. I think it was one of the Bricks and Minifig stores there. One of the workers, I don't know if they put it together or they had a customer who sold it to them. They were only selling this for 20 bucks. I thought this was a really cool modular mock. I know these are a couple friend sets combined together. but it looks really nice. And so I didn't want to take it apart, obviously, because I don't know how to rebuild it. But I'm going to try and put that on the Mills plate and get it into the Lego City. Of course, here's the two new Bricklink sets that I just got. Brick Cross train station and the Mushroom House. We're going to build the Mushroom House today. And then over here, I have same kind of thing on the base here, just, standard parts. These are all my 1x1 round plates. Here I have a bunch of minifigure accessories and just, some odds and ends that didn't really make sense anywhere else. I have my Amazon Alexa here so I can listen to music as I build if I want. I have these really cool posters, and what I think I'm going to do is on this white space up here above the parts, I think I'm going to put the 6 posters there. I haven't quite decided yet, but that's where I'm leaning so far. These were on the, if you remember the VIP, the Insiders page, they had, I don't know if it was Halloween related or they just had them, but they're all kind of fun puns on horror movies, but Lego related, of course. So I got some cheap frames off Amazon, and I do plan to hang these. I thought these were really cool. And we have this nice walk-in closet here. This is really a bedroom. And I thought, well, let's utilize that for more parts and more storage. So same kind of thing. On the below the shelves here, we have the Sterilite units, just, again, organized parts. I have some more of those whiteboards here to create a flat surface on top so I can put more boards. There's a lot going on in here, so I tried to organize it as best as I could, but it's still, a little bit of a mess. And then up top here, we have these big bins for excess inventory or, just things I have very bulk quantities of, but I want them handy. Like these plates, for example, are going to be used to build mills. I'm going to be doing that regularly. I need those. These bins are both filled completely. This one with 1x1 reddish brown tiles, 1x4 reddish brown tiles. I'm going to be ballasting a whole crap ton of train tracks here coming shortly, so I wanted those handy. Then I just have some of the bigger base plates here that didn't really know what to do with, and then just kind of the odds and ends miscellaneous shelf with base plates on the bottom, storage bins here for when I part out sets. Of course, my brick separators, all of my Brick World, my name badge stuff in here, and then just some odds and ends and whatnot. And so that's the studio. Here, we'll go down to the basement real quick, and I'll show you what I have down there. Okay, so excuse the lighting down here. It is pretty bad. But for now, I think this will do. This here is where I have all of my excess parts inventory. So all the stuff we just saw upstairs, anything that I have excess quantities of that didn't fit in the drawers or the storage containers, and I didn't want to have in those bulk bins in the closet, or I just have more of what's actually already in there. I have down here organized by part type, so I can come down here and grab it as I need it. Or if for some reason I feel like I need to acquire more, I can come in and hoard it down here. And I try to keep it all organized as best as I can, like have a whole crap ton of masonry bricks up here. All the floral stuff, all the 1x2 bricks, tiles, etc., etc. And then over here is the fun part. Here's all of my new in-box sets that I've acquired over the years. I used to have these in a storage unit, but have, of course, now that we have the basement, tried to organize it in a way that I can come down here and do my own little, it's like my own little Lego store, come do some shopping. There's some sets up here I've been just absolutely waiting to build. And so now that we have the studio set up and, my life is a little bit less hectic, I think it'll be a good time for us to start building a lot of these. I've tried to leave this space open for now. This is where I ultimately want to do the Lego City, but I'm just I'm debating in my head if I want to wait for finishing the basement to build it or just do it while it's unfinished. Obviously, the background is an unfinished basement, and it is what it is. But I think here's where I'm planning to do it. Then over here, this is the basement, so of course, excuse the mess in all the boxes, but all of these USPS boxes, which are stacked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 high, 3 wide, these are all of my used previously built sets. So there's a lot in there. So I think between these here and all of these new sets and all of the mocks we're going to build with all those parts, we're going to have a pretty epic Lego City coming in right here. All right, hope you like that little tour of the basement. Let's go ahead and crack open the mushroom house and let's get this set built. The building process here is broken out into 7 different steps. So there's 7 stages of bags here. Plus we have one additional bag with some larger elements in it. With bag 1, we start off building the very first minifigure here, which looks like some sort of explorer with a compass as an accessory. Then we start building the snail, which is a very interesting build process. I love this addition of the snail here because it's just something unique. And then you have some of these floral elements in here that are attached to it, like the 2 little red balls in the back. Don't know. We'll just leave that alone. And the end result here looks pretty awesome. Then with bag 2, we start building the frame for the mushroom house, and this is a pretty standard brick-built frame. I like the use of some of these wedge pieces here, these 2x4 angle pieces, the reddish-brown ones. I think that was kind of interesting how they planned and used those. So you don't have a true block form here. There's some round edges, there's some non-brick linear patterns, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Then we start building the floor here with some of these pastel-ish colors, which were an interesting technique. We started putting some of the greenery. We start building the fireplace here surround. I do like the patterns they put in the floor. I think that's to represent some sort of rug of sorts. Then we built the chair in the corner using these lime elements. Then we put the door on the front with the acorn tile. Moving into bag 4, we start to build the next minifigure. Looks like a partner in crime with a letter. And then we build the third minifigure, which is probably some sort of messenger. I don't know if there's a story behind the mushroom house, so I'm kind of making this up as we go. But I like that each of these figures and some of the other details we built with the snail have these interesting floral type accessories that we build. Then we start building the 2 sides of the mushroom house to give that nice curvature. And it's interesting because as you're building these, you're building some interior details into the back of them. And you don't really quite know until you put it together. And, we'll see it later here when I show you the finished build. We start building the second story here, which is where there's going to be a rug on the floor. We have some dressers and, of course, the bed. And this is where you can kind of see the top of the mushroom start coming to fruition here. So bag 6, we start building more of the mushroom exterior for the second floor, as well as the bed. All right, and then lastly, we go into bag 7, which is the majority of the floral stuff you see around the mushroom house, as well as the roof. See, we build the front here with the mailbox, which is an interesting build technique. Then we build this little well that goes to the right of the mushroom house. Overall, I thought this was a really fun build process. I feel like this was a great addition to my collection. I love the uniqueness of this, and I think once I have the city built, this would look really neat in some sort of wilderness or campground type scene, if you will. I think there's another set, if I remember correctly, that's going to be coming out maybe next series or 2 series down the road by the same designer that'll complement this, and it kind of goes with the same theme of the mushroom house. I feel like the price point was pretty good on this one. There's a lot of pieces in this set, and it is a very cohesive, fun, complete build. It doesn't look like it's missing anything from the front, in my opinion. You got a nice design on the house. You have the nice foliage around it, the right number of minifigures. You even have the accessory of a snail here. So I thought this was a very well done set, and I'm so glad that I picked this up. There is quite a bit of extra pieces here, and I think I may have missed one of these 2x2 round jumper plates somewhere along the line, but oh well, it's going to stay out of the build. I don't know where I might have missed it. So this is a really fun build. Looking at the exterior, it looks amazing. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.